I'm Terry Hutchins from AllHoosiers.com, where today Indiana knocks off Missouri 31-27. Huge win. I don't think there's a lot of people that gave Indiana much of a chance after the way things transpired in Bowling Green last week. Our own Sarah Beeson with the 52-10 prediction for Missouri. We won't bring that up. But no, I mean, I think a lot of people thought it could go that way. And so, I mean, there's a lot of stunned people here today. There's no doubt about that. Talk first about Tevin Coleman and his determination to come back in the second half and still be such a key player.
Well, I think with the way that Tevin's been playing so far this year, obviously a huge part of the Hoosier offense, and I mean, it's unlike him, as we've seen earlier in this year, to just come out of a game and not want to come back and not be hungry. This is a top 20 team, as you meant, or you didn't mention it, but they're in the 18. And I mean, Indiana lost to them last year. I believe that it was important for him to come back and play well and help carry his team, because Indiana was in it the entire game. And I'm sure it was hard for him to, we asked him in the press conference about when he saw D'Angelo dive in for that touchdown, he wished it was him, but he was, I mean, obviously he was happy about it. But Indiana was in the game the entire time, and I'm sure he wanted to help out and do what he could to finish it.
All we wanted to talk about last week was how bad the defense was. How bad, this 3-4 that they had come back with, supposed to be so much improved, looked okay against Indiana State, against an FCS team, were awful on the field, 113 plays against Bowling Green. Today, you're only talking about the defense in good terms. 11 tackles for loss. They were all over the field. They were blitzing all the time. You'd alluded to it yesterday in our chat about how, this is, I mean, the way it looked today was the way we've been expecting it to look.
Yeah, and blitzing really was the key to the game. That was really that they've been talking about blitzing since Big Ten Media Day back in early August, that this was going to be a new defense. You weren't going to know where the blitz was coming from. They were going to be bringing 5 or 6 guys on a single play. But we hadn't seen that yet until tonight. And T. Gray Scales said after the game that the coaching staff said, we're going to let you guys loose this Saturday, and we just want you to fly around the field. And that's really what they did. Whether it was a run or a pass, they were getting to Matty Mock all day long, and they were stopping the run game. They had, like you said, 11 tackles for a loss today. It was incredible. It was fun to watch, too.
Well, and the other thing is that they were able to get Missouri off the field. Or, in that last case, Missouri gets a first down at the 20, and there's 3 minutes to go in the game. Indiana holds them to a field goal, is able to get the offense back on the field.
Yeah, and they did it late in the first half as well, where it looked like Missouri was about to take a 21-14 lead, but they held them to a field goal and only let them get 14, and then IU was able to come back and get a field goal and tie up the game, and that just kind of changes the way that the game looked, really. And it's very important to get those kind of stops and get rest, because versus Bowling Green, at the end of the game, they were tired, and it was obvious. And tonight, not so much, because they were able to get those stops early in drives.
I think if you looked at Indiana before the start of the season, you would have thought if they could come out of the Missouri game and be 2-1, they were okay. You didn't think it was going to be this way. You didn't think it would be lose to Bowling Green and beat Missouri. But, I mean, just talk about what you think the significance of this game is.
This game means, obviously, great things, not only for the team but for the program. I mean, I predicted 52-10 because I'm expecting to see the defense that we saw last week. And I'm not sure what Coach Wilson told them, but, man, it whipped them into shape. I mean, they were getting those stops. Offense, I think the one scoring play, they had maybe 22, or the one scoring drive, they had 22 plays or something. That keeps the defense off the field. I mean, the real turning point tonight was defense, and hopefully things will only move on better, because in Bowling Green, we talked about how the offense was really what kept them in the game, and tonight it was the defense, hands down, no questions.
Indiana gets its first win over a top 20 team since 1987 when they beat number 9 Ohio State. Anthony Thompson was here today. He played in that game. Buck Sewer, who's IU's color guy, coached in that game. It's been a long time since Indiana's been able to feel the way they're going to feel going home to Bloomington tonight. For Ben Fonts, Sarah Beeson, Terry Hutchins, follow our coverage on AllHoosiers.com. We'll have a lot of it tonight. We'll see you next time.